Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little bit late this evening, but the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival, we have artists coming. We have to do what we need to do late night sometimes. Artists are coming, as you guys know. You saw Sean Rayford and his band. Well, Sean Rayford is going to be there May 9th through the 12th, ladies and gentlemen, throwing down smooth jazz, little R&B, funk, all of that. So come and get your tickets now at SSN Lifestyle for the first weekend. And he's going to have his man, Stone Cold, is going to be in the house as well. We're going to have DJ Wangle. You guys are going to know who he is when you see him. And don't forget, we have other artists coming with the steel bands, the Latin sounds of smooth jazz as well. It all starts May 9th, 10th, 11th, and then ends the afternoon of the 12th on the water. So get your tickets now at ssnlifestyle.com. So thank you so much for waiting around here. Let me know if you have seen or received saw the trailer, received a notification. Now let's get into the normal. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Check with the gear. No fear, no excuses. And speaking of tonight, the emerging millionaires are partying on Friday night. Are you going to join the mission, ladies and gentlemen? You know what that means. Join the mission to success. It's that time. Are you going to join the SSN Nation Takeover 2024? It's that time. Now, make sure you smash that like button. And again, welcome. Now, as you guys know, this is a little bit different intro. Let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank you so much for being here and waiting for me on this Friday night live stream. Because once again, no fear, no excuses, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. You can succeed. And let's start off in case you do need credit. What can you do? Down below in the description box, there is something called Smart Credit. It's the best credit monitoring system on the planet. Why is that? Because it gives you all three credit bureaus. It gets you your hiring index score. It gets you your FICO automobile score. It helps you with identity fraud for you and all of your family that live in the same address and location. Only one of you need to sign up. And this helps improve your credit because there's letters that you can send to creditors. That's one thing. The second thing that's most important is it also tells you when to make your payment for the month to maximize your credit score. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's just more than a credit monitoring system. Smart Credit. The link is down below. And then if you want to build your credit, there's National Credit also below that. So once again, smash the like button so the YouTube gods know that we have someone in the house. Because you guys know they like to suppress what we talk about here. Wilson Co. is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. He has that icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. And he says, good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts. Get real out here in the field. Thank you so much, Wilson K. Very, very nice to see you once again, man. Hopefully everything has been going well. Laverne Penix, another investor's in the house. Mr. Koo can help with that financing and funding, ladies and gentlemen. And then Laverne Penix, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon next to your name, which I humbly appreciate. And he says his tagline this evening, hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. I received a notification and he saw the trailer. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. And in case you don't know, he's known as Mr. Cool in this YouTube street. That's right. He's here. And there is a Mrs. Cool as well. So shout out to her as well, Mr. Cool, and Victor Marrero, another investor, a soon-to-be retiree, the man that threw down gems on Wednesday night for people to behold, like, shall we say it, MSTY, that has dropped around 10% over the last 2 days, that costs now $36, $37 a share. And on Monday, they're giving a dividend of $4.12, which means 10% dividend for 1 month. Unbelievable. It's all gravy after that because you're going to get another dividend next month. But he dropped so many gems, it was out of control. See, this is what happens when he's getting ready to retire. May have a little bit of time on his hands. He's been studying, ladies and gentlemen, for over a year and a half now, because he started his options trading, and now it's blossomed into a very, very fine-tuned program for growth stocks, income stocks, dividend stocks, and options trading to boot, and investing because he has a job that he's able to put in a 401k as well. Talk about a triple threat. It's more than that when you do real estate investing. So once again, let's give him a big round of applause because he's about to retire in like 4 months. And he brings his tagline, hello all, let's do this. And that's what we do here. Oh my, we have Robbie D Solutions in the house, otherwise known as DJ Robbie D from Philly, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He says his tagline, but first, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon next to his name. And I greatly appreciate you being in the house, and that icon I humbly appreciate. And he says his tagline, what's up, SSN Nation? Hope all is well. What's up with you, man? Hopefully you have been doing well. Very, very happy to see that you're in the house. So once again, we're going to get there. DJ Robbie D, a surprise. Now, the Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. Are you going to join the mission? Some people are like, what mission, Eric? This is the mission, ladies and gentlemen. When you're out here trying to be successful, there's a lot of people that are holding you back sometimes, not holding you back by grabbing your coattails or your shirt tails, but they're holding you back because you asked for advice. And your advice, you usually say, hey, what do you think about this idea? And then you may get this, it will never work. You can't do it. What makes you think you can do it? No way you can do it. And sometimes some people say, you know what? I think you can do it. Give it a shot. Go for it. I'll even try to help you. But as you guys know, the first things that I was saying more often is what you will hear. So then you start changing your mind. You're like, well, my best friends who always watch out for me says they don't think it's a good idea. They don't think it's going to work. So I'm going to put a lot more weight on that. So now I'm challenging all of you. If you think that you can do something, don't let nobody stop you, because there really is no barrier to entry except right here in your mind. Because if you're defeated already, then you're going to think that you're going to be defeated the whole way. But you have to start thinking. Sometimes there's ups, sometimes there's downs, but I guarantee you one thing on the road to success, ladies and gentlemen, there's always going to be obstacles. There is no way to rise to the top without plenty of obstacles. You're going to have to make decisions, and they're going to be hard ones because the forks in the road are many. And those forks mean the first fork, go left, go right, you went left. Then another fork comes up, you went left again. But if you would have went right, there would have been a different outcome. But you won't know that. But please don't second guess yourself. So what am I going to talk about early since we're talking about Emerging Millionaires Friday night party? Well, here's what I'm going to talk about early. Why don't I just run a video? Because you guys saw the first the Sean Rayford situation, right? Some of you might have seen that. So I played that at the beginning. I'm going to play another clip. I think this is the right one because I have another clip on here. So it's a Friday night party. So we're going to be playing a lot of little videos, but stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we got to talk about assets. Pay us. You got to join the mission for the assets. Why? Housing prices, all-time high, which people consider assets. We don't here because you have to pay for that asset. But what about actually getting assets that pay you, buying a business? Instead of starting a business, buy a business. Think about that, where it already has profits coming in. So you know if you buy and there's, let's just say it makes $30,000 a month and you get 10%, that means you get $3,000 a month, right? That's what you should be thinking about investing in, right? Something that makes you money. Now, we talk stocks, we talk real estate, we talk businesses. Why? Because those are the tenets that the wealthy have. The billionaires and millionaires, they have all three. They just don't go, it's all real estate. They don't go, it's all stock market. They don't go, it's all business. There's different things going on, and we want you to join the mission. Because if you don't join the mission, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be left behind. And once again, I preached this 5 years ago saying you're going to be left behind if you don't get your passive income. Well, guess what? 80% price increase over the last 2 years in cost. Do you think it's going to stop? The train has already started going down the tracks. I'm just going to keep saying this. It's a very simple equation. If your government, no matter where you live in the world, what country you live in, your government, federal funds, International Monetary Fund, IMF, they print money. Central banks in all countries are printing money. Why? Because money goes to zero. When they print more money, that causes inflation all by itself. It has nothing to do with anything else, but businesses have to raise their prices due to inflation, and they have to raise it higher than the inflation number. So now you have a double whammy. So let's just say inflation was 5%. Well, that's not good enough that the business raises their price just 5%. In order for them to make a profit, they say, well, I got to raise it 10% at least. But then they say, well, wait a minute, I have employees. I have to pay certain things out for as expenses go. So that 5% is no good. We really have to make 25% more. So they raise the price at least 30%. And so therefore, what are you doing? You're stuck because your boss is not saying we're going to raise your rates 30%. You as a business owner can't raise everything 30% and you may not survive. So again, that puts you in a precarious situation. So all I'm trying to tell you is no matter where you live, you're not going to be immune. Every country does the same thing. They print money out of thin air. They put that in the money supply. So that means there's more money in the money supply. So guess where it floats to the top? Those who are holding assets where people are giving their money away called liabilities. And we say, thank you so much because you're giving us money. Yes, it's a liability for you to come do our business, to be part of buying our goods and services. That's a liability to you because we're not giving you any money for buying the goods and services. Thank you so much. So the money floats to the top anyhow. So therefore, you have to be in the industries that allow you to make money by floating to the top. Your own personal income that you have coming in, that is oftentimes going to end up not being enough because you're not getting increased wage fast enough to offset everything. All right. So that's my little mini speech for Join the Mission. And I like that because it's mission to success, ladies and gentlemen, and financial freedom. So that's where we're going with this. You're not going to be saved out here. All right. Another 2 or 3 years, it's over. It's a wrap. You already need $100,000 just to live comfortable in America. Now, if I'm in another country, all I need is like 35,000. When I'm in a developing nation, it could be 20,000. So which part of this equation do you want to be on? So here we are again. It's Friday night. Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for no credit check, no qualifying, no barrier to entry, real estate investing? Where can you get that? Okay, we talk Dominican Republic, but you can get it anywhere. There's pre-construction in Mexico, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Argentina, Thailand, Vietnam, Belize. It doesn't matter. It's all over the place. Greece. It's all over the place. Dubai. But are you able to take advantage on waiting 2 years, 2.5 years for your property to be built, and then you can do rent it out or short-term rentals? Take your pick. But you're going to have to go along those lines. Using your money to make more money is what has to happen here. All right. Let me know what you guys are thinking tonight. Because once again, there is one other thing that I just forgot about, because I made a video with Tracy about your finances. Some of you right now can say, Eric, I can't get ahead. I can't figure it out. Well, there is a program. I'm going to put this on the bottom of the screen because I still have her name in queue. Tracy Sharp at tracy@resolvefinance.com. Contact her. This is what I'm saying. It's debt resolution. So some of you right now, let's just say what it is. 65% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. You're sitting there dumping all kinds of money into all these debts, credit cards. Even your home loans could be high because of the high interest rate if you bought in the last year or two. So now how about being able to get rid of all that debt on a monthly payment plan to get it wiped out in 2 to 3 to 4 years? Why? Because they contact creditors to be able to get the amount due lowered. And then you just pay that amount due. Your credit will be messed up for about a year. But once you get all your debt cleared off, you're back in business because your credit score will go up because you have paid off everything. So again, get in touch with Tracy. If you need some help, let them know you came from SSN Nation. There is a video out that we did. We did a live stream, but I won't give that live stream one out. Let me see if I have the shortened version. And then I'll put a link in the chat room because a lot of people, let me see, where is it? Didn't I run a second one? If I don't, then that means I'm going to have to run well, I guess I don't have the shortened version that I can easily find, but it's okay. But I want everybody to have an opportunity to improve their finances. And this is one way that you can do it. And I can't even find it. That's crazy. How long ago did we do this? It was only, has a month or so went by that fast? That's crazy. I'm back to February and I can't find it. That's not good. But we got to improve credit, right? Let's see here. I don't have it. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. All right. Get your debt reduced to half. That is what the live stream video is named. Debt reduced to half. So you want to improve your credit? Then I suggest you give it no cost whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. There's no cost to do this. All right. Just to go get a check. In fact, they'll do a soft credit pull so it won't hurt your credit score. Talk to her. She understands people's blight. She helps people out. She's part of the SSN Nation here. All right. She's actually just like us. The No Guru Zone, trying to help the OCs, ordinary citizens. So therefore, there's no cost to just call up or email and say, hey, I need a little help. Take a look at my credit. Let me know what my options are. That's all it takes. She'll help you out. That's what her calling is, pretty much. She helps people. All right. I would not steer you to a person who would not help people. So there you go. Go check her out if you're trying to improve. That will change your life in 2 or 3 years. There's some people that have called her up in the past and they have said, oh, I want to buy a house. And they have like a 550 credit score. And she's like, and you have to tell people candidly. It's like, wait, you can't buy a house. So, you can't buy a house unless you improve your credit. You might make the money, but you have to improve your credit. And so then they're like, well, I can't improve my credit because I have to pay so much. She's like, exactly. It's going to take you 3, 4, 5, 6 years to get it all paid down when we can just wipe off possibly half of it. And then in 2 years, your bad credit stuff will be taken care of, 2 to 3 years. And then now you can reintroduce yourself, so to speak, instead of struggling for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You see? And in 2 years to 3 years, you will be in a better position because you have paid off your debt, by the way, because they renegotiated for you. You've paid it off. So you don't have any collection. You don't have anything like that. So actually, it shows paid. Zero balance. We're good. The power, ladies and gentlemen. Take back the power. Join the mission. You have the power. You have the knowledge. You have the information. Are you going to take advantage? That is the key right there. Wilson K in the house. Good evening, fam. Very happy to see you once again, Brian P. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night party live stream with that icon next to his name. I humbly appreciate. And Brian P., another investors in the house, ladies and gentlemen, killing it because he decided to go all in with dividend stocks. And he says, well, we make money here because we have dividend income coming in. And on Monday, April 8th, several of us are going to get significant amount of dividends. Why? Because like I said, dividends are kicking off $1 per share, $3 per share, $4 per share, 73 cents per share, 68 cents per share that you hold this month. What are they going to give us next month? Maybe it could be the same number. But once again, your ROI, if you can get 15, 20, 25, 30% or more, and that's coming in every month, it starts being a numbers game. You start going, well, wait a minute, let me get 1,000 shares. And then somehow I have 1,000 shares and they're going to give me $3 a share. That's $3,000 just for this month. Okay, I got to make this work. Well, our man here, Brian P., he came up with a plan about 1.5 years ago as well. And his plan has come to fruition and he's reaping the rewards because his money is working for him, ladies and gentlemen. He's joined the mission. He's already joined the mission. And now he is in a much, much better place because of it. And he says, I got the notification and video. That's only 3 people that's seen that. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Brian P. said, smash that like button. I love to hear that. That's right. There's people that come by. All they do is look, they hear, they listen, they watch, and then they do not hit the like button. But the YouTube gods need you to hit the like button just so they know that you're paying attention to the SSN Nation. Again, they don't like us talking like this. They don't want to hear that we don't charge. They don't want to hear that we're not trying to get 5,000 from you or 2,500 from you or make you come to some big seminar. So, we have big speakers talking to you to sell you more courses. We don't do that. But we do have an investors forum. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But our investors forum is different because a lot of you are going to be going to the free thing by this guy that does that X. Free. And when you get there, the speakers coming on stage are all going to be like well-known people, and then they're going to have some sort of courses or something to sell you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the money you're going to spend to be in their little mastermind groups, 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, 35,000, you could have started a business. You could have bought into a business. You could do a whole bunch of things with that kind of money because nobody's looking for a 5% return on their money in reality. Seriously, because that's not going to cut it. Inflation is much higher than that, no matter what they tell you the numbers are. All right. So think about that. And once again, I got the notification and video, got the notification, saw the video, smashed the like button. We got paid today. Oh my, I like it. Today's only the 5th. I didn't get any notification, but then again, I'm always late on notifications. I don't really pay attention because I know dividend money's coming. I don't have to do anything. I can go sleep at night and knowing the first week of the month, we got checks. The second week of the month, we got checks. The third week of the month, we've got checks. That's what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. All right? That's exactly what you want to do. Wilson Coot got the notification and saw the trailer. That's 4 people we're up to tonight. James Way's in the house, just the man I wanted to see because I need that mailing address from you, James Way. I think I have the t-shirt size. No, I don't have the t-shirt size, so I need that too, James Way. Eric, sent you back shirt size, slipped my mind. Thanks. Oh, I didn't even get to it. He's actually putting it on here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. James Way has that icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. And he brings his tagline. Good evening, all. Got the notifications. That's 5 people. This is great. And Eric, sent you back shirt size. That's beautiful. Slipped my mind. Thanks, bro. Thank you, man. And don't forget the address. I need your address, man. So thank you so much for that. And why does he get one? Because everybody who has an icon next to their name, as long as they've been a member for 1 year or more, they get 1 free t-shirt coming to them as a thank you. So again, hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. That's once again, everybody on podcast, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And send me your t-shirt size and your mailing address. T-shirts have went out yesterday. T-shirts went out today. But there are some people who haven't sent me their t-shirt sizes or their address. So once again, thank you, James Way, for being in the house. Victor Marrero says, make your money work for you. Only way to build wealth is by investing. Put a plan to paper and stick to it. Be patient and consistent. We did that years ago, and now we're about to execute that plan. Exactly. Victor Marrero's over here doing the damn thing. It's crazy. Credit score is going to be the ticket for any loans now. Exactly, Wilson K. There's no way around it because this is morphing into credit score highs, and social credit scores could be on the horizon in years to come. So all I'm going to say is you need to lock in any special deals that you can get with loans and other people's money ASAP over the next year and a half. So you got to fix your credit ASAP if there is a blemish or a problem. It can be done, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Wilson Koo says, I sell money. He does loans, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to get some loan, whether he does different types, business, real estate, he can do several different loan scenarios. So if you need that, then I suggest you hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com and I will forward your email to Wilson Koo. All right. Now I can't remember his website, but you know how it goes. I'm sorry. Easy. No, I can't remember. But anyhow, Vanessa Comagate is here. Another superstar business owner, investor, all around smart woman, one of the smartest women on the planet. And when it comes to business, oh no, don't know. She's not faint at heart. She's a boss out here. She's handling things all over the place. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon next to your name, which I humbly appreciate. And she says, hey, boss and SSN fam, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. Thank you so much for being here once again. James Way and address. Yes, I need that address, James Way. Those high dividend ETFs have been a game changer. They all have different option trading strategies, investing in well-known U.S. companies. The compounding interest is powerful and the best. What's he talking about? YieldMaxETFs.com. You heard me. I don't stutter. YieldMaxETFs.com. I highly suggest you go check them out. I highly suggest you go check out QQQY as well and go check out some of those Defiance ETFs for starters. I highly suggest you go check out IWMY. Why not? This is why we always say have that pen, pad, and paper ready, because you never know what could be jump started up in here, because it's Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. How do you become an emerging millionaire? You buy assets. You got to buy assets that pay you. It's that simple. That's it. That's it. Just keep that in your head. It's very simple. So all you have to do is think about this weekend when you go out and you're getting ready to spend your hard-earned money, and you say, hey, wait a minute. If I buy this, do I get anything back? No, you don't. Then that's not an asset. But if you started thinking, I bought this thing for $100, that means I need to buy an asset for $100. And that $100 could get me 15 to 20% every year on that $100, $20 back in my pocket every year. And then you start stacking. Next thing you know, you got that 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 50 times. Next thing you know, 100 times. And then the next thing you know, you have $2,000 a month coming in. That could be very helpful. And you have a large percentage of that of the money that you put in, your investment is sitting there still and it's liquid. That's the other beauty of it. So the money is liquid. You could actually withdraw it. You can cash out your stocks and take the money out. You're good, but you won't have any more dividends coming in. So it's a catch-22. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Victor Marrero. That powerful compounding is right. Wilson K, guess I have to email you. Yes, you do. Wilson Koo. Yo, Koo, man, what's good? Here we are. Wilson Koo, good evening, Laverne, Victor M, Brian P, James Wade, Vanessa K, showing some love, ladies and gentlemen. Just no personal. All right, no personal loans anymore. And I don't think you ever did. They're all business. QQQY, IWMY got paid. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I had to mention it. Easy funds. But it's in renovation. Quick, easy funds. Okay, but it's in renovation. That's fine. That's fine. No problem. We understand. All right. Good to see you again, Vanessa K. I picked up 100 MYST yesterday. Okay. MYST, ladies and gentlemen, is going to give out a $4.12 dividend on Monday. The reason why yesterday was significant is because it was an ex-dividend date. He could possibly receive on Monday or Tuesday, he could possibly receive $412. The stock is priced at 38. Well, now I think 37, 36. But at the time, it was probably 38, 39. So, yes, he spent $3,800, let's say. And unbelievably, he's going to get $412, because they already told us what the dividend is going to be. That already is going to be more than 10% return on his money. And the kicker is there's going to be another dividend next month. We don't know what it's going to be. It could be 50 cents. But the fact of the matter is getting 10% in 1 month from a dividend stock is awesome. MSTY. That is a stock symbol, and that's part of the YieldMax ETF family of stocks. All right, I'm in. Exactly. He's in. MSTY. Exactly. But see, here's the thing. He can do that. Why? Because he's holding other shares that he's already, over the year and a half, he put his money into. So other stocks are giving him $500, $800, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 per month. So he can reinvest some of that into new shares of other stocks and spread it around. Diversify. So that is an option for him. So it's pretty awesome. Brian P. Damn, you're a beast. Congratulations. Well, he's part of that yield curve that's going straight up, because he started about a year and a half ago. So his compounding is crazy. MST paying $4.12, 0.86 per share. You just picked up over 400 per month. Exactly. That is crazy. 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 Thank you, Victor. Yeah, job well done. Perfectly timed. Wow, that's phenomenal. Exactly, it's phenomenal. It's out of control. We talked about it on Wednesday night, because if you were here on Wednesday night, we knew the ex-dividend dates. We knew it was the 4th. We knew the declaration date was the 3rd. So some of us, even I picked up some more shares yesterday because I was like, well, hell, why not? I didn't have any shares to begin with on MSTY. So I said, let me get into this game. Let me buy some more Yield Max ETF shares. So I got me some MSTY because I said, you know what? I'll take that $4 now. I'll take another $4 next month. Can you imagine per share? Can you imagine right now his 100 shares? Let's just say and hope that they are able to duplicate $4. Can you imagine $800 plus return on $3,800? You would already be at almost a 27, 26% return at that point. That would be insane because he's going to be able to reinvest some of the shares the following month. So now he's going to have more shares. And it's just going to compound by itself, making money while we sleep. You got to love it if you can get it, but you need some money, first of all, to do it. All right. Let's go with the congratulations for Brian P. Once again. We in here winning, ladies and gentlemen. Emerging millionaires are here. Why? Because there are no fears and no excuses. Again, don't let anybody stop you. The mission, join the mission to succeed. Thank you, Victor. Wow, that's phenomenal, says Wilson Koo. He says MST price closed the day at around 35. So that was 3,500. So that 412 is 12% return. Tell what bank savings account gives you that. Imagine that 12-month compounding. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're going to continue to give $4, but if they gave even $3, if they gave even a $3 on average per month, that would be awesome. If they gave $2 on average per month, I mean, this is incredible to get something possibly like that would just be incredible to get a $40 or $50 on a stock. But let's just say it was $25 or $20 on a $35, $36 stock. That would still be incredible return. So again, you're setting yourself up to succeed, ladies and gentlemen. So join the mission. Joe Nay, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with the icon next to his name, which I greatly appreciate. He says, what's good, everybody, with this tagline. I'm here. I'm keeping it 100. That's what we like to do. And by keeping it 100, that means he done smashed that like button. And that's so the YouTube guys know that we're here. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. I have some other news to talk about. Speaking of restrictions, getting paid and reinvesting, I still have to talk about this because once again, nobody's stopping us, but it's funny. The live streams, for whatever reason, I can't do live streams on Facebook. So if you're in the Facebook group and Facebook page and all that and can't see the live stream because you came to YouTube, there's a reason. I'm blocked for some reason all of a sudden. Just like Instagram, all of a sudden making stuff up. I'm like, okay, this is cute. So they say I can't do live streams. I don't know why. No messages, no nothing. Just say I can't do live streams. So anyhow, we'll see what that's all about eventually. Joe Nay, you better ask somebody. Exactly. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of you better ask somebody, hold on a second. Remember we were talking about the SSN Lifestyle Investors Forum? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. You need to get your tickets now. Why? Because the tickets are $199. Why are the tickets $199? Well, it's going to cost for transportation. It's going to cost you nothing else once you get there, but you're going to be talking with lawyers, attorneys. You're going to be in the room. You can ask your questions. You want residency? You want to start a business? You want to get real estate? You want to get any help regarding anything? You've got the attorneys there. They're not going to charge you anything. You don't have to go buy their book. You don't have to go sign up as their official client. You are the client. SSN Nation, the client. You can ask any questions you want. You can get the lay of the land. The second part to this, our other attorneys has a person in the office. You want to open up a bank account? Then I suggest this would be the time, because what you do is you give them the information. They call the bank. They get everybody involved on Monday, May 13th. So then that way, between May 13th and May 15th, one of them days is going to be a call saying, come to the bank. You'll be able to open up your bank account. They do give you a debit card too. And the debit cards mean that you can withdraw money anywhere in the world because they do have a Visa or MasterCard logo. You will have a PIN number. I'm just saying. So you have opportunities, and you got to pay for your own hotel and you got to pay for your airfare. But get it now. It's in May. Get your tickets now. Get your airfare while you're still 30, 45 days out. All right. And I'm going to put a link in the chat room. Here it is. And as Joe Nay said, you better ask somebody. There's also something else going on here. Let me get to something else, because I should mention this. We have the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Music Festival. So if you decide to come to the music festival, which has jazz artists, R&B artists, then Latin artists, you need to come check it out. 3 days, May 9th through the 12th. If you come May 9th through the 12th and you go to the music festival and you buy a music festival ticket, then you can come to the Investors Forum for $1 more. It's on the checkout page. All right? It's that simple. It's that simple. Let me get over here. It's this simple. Very simple. All right? So here it is. You guys can see for yourself. You go over here, get your tickets. Very simple. You buy your tickets. There's many different varieties, choices. Once you buy your ticket, at the very bottom, it's $1. And only if you buy this, you can put in your cart the other $1 ticket. And now you can come to May 13th, 14th, and 15th. And we're also going to not only talk to attorneys on the 13th, on the 14th, we're going to go around to projects, real estate projects, so you can understand the lay of the land. Downtown, Vista Cana, out to Cap Cana, Macau. We're going to be going around so you can see some of the projects, see some of the dirt, see some of the beaches, do things like that. So you cannot buy a $1 ticket unless you buy a Punta Cana Music Festival ticket. Now, if you buy a music festival ticket, you do not need to pay $1.99 to come to the Investors Forum, because that's why you're paying $1. That allows you to come to the Investors Forum. If you do not go to the Punta Cana Music Festival, then it's going to cost you $1.99 until midnight, April 8th, which is Monday. At midnight, April 8th, the price for the Investors Forum goes up to $249 per person. It's that simple. Now, the other part of the equation, I would advise you stay in Los Corrales, El Cordacito area. Why? Because that's where grocery stores, pharmacy, restaurant, bars, the beach is within 5-minute walking distance. And the other part is that is the area a lot of us will be staying. And that also means the pickup point is going to be in Los Corrales at the gas station right across the street from La Bruja at 10 a.m. You need to be there. All right, that's where the transportation pickup's going to be. At 10:05 a.m., we're leaving, just so you get the schedule. So I'll give you time to get yourself a little breakfast, all that. 10 a.m., we're going to be at the car wash. That's where the van's going to be, or cars. And then after that, 10:05, we're rolling out. And you'll know the itinerary a day or so before we come. You'll know. So I'm just giving you an idea. And yeah, the live streams will still be rolling. That's what we do. So just letting you guys know. That is one of the things that we are going to be doing. Next up, the Investors Forum is plain and simple. $1.99 until April 8th midnight. It goes to $249. So get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. May 13th, 14th, and 15th. You can come there just by yourself for that. That's fine. But each day we have something on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. So you want to leave on the 16th, just so you know. Or after 5 p.m. on the 15th as well. If you get a plane that leaves out at 6, 7, 8, or whatever at night, that's fine. But just letting you know, 3 days we got events. Then if some of you say, hey, you know what? I want to go to the weekend when Club Nouveau's coming, which is May 16th through the 19th, That's beautiful. That works. So the same rules apply. All right. For week number 2, same rules apply. $1 more if you buy the music festival ticket for week 2. You can also, for $1 more, come on the 13th and stay till the 19th. All right. So just think about it. That's what we're doing. Get your tickets now. Airfare you can get right now pretty inexpensively on certain airlines, and you know what those are. It's the what is it? The cheapest ones are going to be Spirit, JetBlue, Frontier. Those 3 are going to be the cheapest ones depending on your city. All right. United, American, they're going to cost probably a little bit more. But either way, your preference. But I'm just letting you know, those are the deals when it comes to what we are doing out here in the DR next month. All right, almost a month from now. Starts off the music festival, which is going to be awesome. All right, get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. And if you become a VIP, VIP has special VIP seating. VIP also is going to have their own special the night of May 9th, your own special dinner, own special jam session. It's going to be off the charts. All right. So that's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's going to start off Thursday night. You don't want to miss it. So that's how we're going to do this. So hopefully we're all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Let's see what else we got. Wilson Koo, latest product for startup, 0% for 6 to 12 months. Wow. 25 to 150K business line of credit, stated income and credit score 700 plus. Okay, Wilson Koo, you know what everybody's going to ask here in the OCs. They're going to say, hey, what about, is this in America? Is this in Canada? What countries does this apply to? U.S. citizens, Canadian citizens, or where are we talking about here? Mexican citizens? I mean, what are we saying? So let people know, using a FICO 8 score like the cars? Are you serious right now? All the more reason you need smart credit, so you'll understand what your FICO 8 score is, because it's under smartcredit.com. The link is down below in the description box. If you haven't gotten your free shares of stock and don't have the app Robinhood or Webull, down below in the description, please use that box. Use those links down below in the description. So let me know about what you're referring to, if that's USA. Last 2 years, 1040. Okay, wait. Hold on. You just mentioned something here. Hold on. Startup, 0%. You just said stated income and credit score. Oh, 700 plus. Okay, on FICO 8, 700 plus. All right. Then you're saying you need last 2 years, 1040. And, oh, he's saying your adjusted gross incomes need to be 50K. Well, then that's all reasonable. That's reasonable. Very reasonable. The only thing people are going to want to know, he said 0% for 6 to 12 months. Business line of credit, stated income, credit score. There's one thing missing. Last 2 years, 1040, 50K. Okay, so then how long do you have to be in business? Is it 2 years or more? That's what's going to need to be known. All right. Get your business loan and do investments under your business for as long as your 0% interest is in play. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to play a little. Let's see here. I got to do something. I got to get this phone call real quick. So I'm going to play. Well, I'm going to do. Let's see here. I need something that's a few minutes. Let's see here. Let's see. I can't find it. Found it. 3 minutes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out.
Come on, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Now, back to this business situation with Wilson Koo. OCs, you have an opportunity here. Here it goes once again. Let's recap. If you're a startup, 0% for 6 to 12 months, 25K to 150K business line of credit, stated income and credit score, 700 plus. So once again, Wilson Koo, if it needs a 700 plus, does this mean that it's going to be a personal guarantee on this loan if you use your credit score? And does this also mean that's a hard inquiry, if I'm not mistaken? So once again, okay, FICO 8 score is going to be needed. And also last 2 years of your 1040, and you have to have a 50K adjusted gross income. That's not bad. Get your business loan, do investments under your business. US only. So US citizens, you're in play. No time in business. So it's a startup. Wow. We'll email Eric details. Exactly. Thank you so much for that, Wilson Koo. That is major. Wilson Koo comes back with a bang. 0% for 6 to 12 months. So the question is, what actually determines if the loan is just going to be 6 months or 12 months? So here we go. 700 is going to give you a better shot, as I have seen rejects at 650. Okay, sounds good. Hey, Eric, I'm going to pick up ULTY Yield Max next. I know, man, I know. And you can pick them up all well, because on the 8th is Monday, where dividends are going to be coming out. You can use some of those, but then again, it could do a tax situation. But nonetheless, who cares about using? You're going to have to pay tax on money you're getting. You can use some of those dividend monies to buy ULTY and parlay it in. You don't even have to use your own money. When you start thinking about it, he's deep in, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting thousands of dollars per month from his dividends. Thousands. And yes, some would say, how much did he spend? Well, it could be close to 100,000 at this point. But it's nice if you're getting $5,000 or $6,000 or $7,000 per month as well from it, right? Those are wages for a lot of people. So depending on these dividends, he could be somewhere near 5 or 6 G's, 5 to 7 G's. He's thrown down a lot of money. This is true. But the rate of return that he's getting, because if you normally throw out $100,000 and you put it in the bank, you're only going to get $5,000 generally. So if somebody says they'll give you 10% back, that's 10,000. But if somebody said they're going to give you 50,000 or 40,000 back, you'd be like, where do I sign up for this? And you're going to be thinking it's illegal, and you're going to be thinking it's high risk, high rewards, as you should, because it higher rate of return you receive means higher rate of risk. Just remember that. So somebody may live with $40,000 on a $100,000 investment, but can you continue that long term? Some people would say, we want to win long term, so we might have to take some of that high risk money and put it into a lower risk, because we don't have to earn the money anymore. It's making money for us. So it's really no skin off your back to put it into a lower yield or safer account, so to speak. So, hey, go down to 14 or 15%. Meanwhile, you've collected that 20, 30, 40, 50% return. Not a bad idea, right? For a while. So again, these are all type of options you like. It's Emerging Millionaires Friday night party, ladies and gentlemen. Party in the Dominican Republic almost a month and 3 or 4 or 5 days from now. It starts going off. And yeah, we'll have some snippets of what's going down, and you don't want to miss it. So get your tickets now while you can. There's only a limited number of VIPs. There's only like 32, 33 left. That's it. It's not like there's unlimited amounts of those. And we have, if you want the hotel included, we have that as well for 2 people, 2 VIP tickets. You always get VIP seating and some other special perks when you're there. So make sure you get those too. Now, let's see what else we got. We have a lot. Brian P., don't forget, FEPI. Victor Morrell dropping some more gems. FEPI, FBY, NVDY, and CONY. In fact, I picked up some more CONY as well. FEPI, which has growth tech stocks. The beauty about these high yield is that they are diversified. A lot of them to pick from. Exactly. NVDY is NVIDIA. FEPI, I don't know what that is. I don't hold FEPI, and I don't hold FBY either. So FBY, NVDY, CONY, those are all at YieldMax ETFs. FEPI, these are all stock symbols. So everybody on podcast, everybody watching, please make sure you smash the like button. This is what we're talking about. We have the investors in the house, the emerging millionaires. They're partying tonight, giving you some great information, ladies and gentlemen. Are you going to join the mission to succeed, the mission to get your financial future in track? Because it now costs 6 figures, $100,000 per year to feel comfortable. That's unbelievable. But I told you guys this 5 years ago. I told you this was coming. The middle class wipeout is almost complete. Everybody's going to have to be a business person. Everybody's going to have a high paying job or a decent paying job, or you're going to be left behind. Or you're going to have partners so both of you have a job. So together you make over $100,000 per year so you can live comfortable. I was just looking at some property values around the country, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was just like, this can't be. This stuff used to be only a few $100,000. What is this $700,000 stuff? What's this $800,000 stuff? Then I'm looking in California, and I'm like, wait, this stuff used to be like $1 million. What's this $1.82 million from just 5 years ago? 100% price increases. So I got to tell you guys right now, I was looking at one of you guys know where I used to live, and I was like, you know what? There's this house that I wanted to actually buy over there, and it's on the golf course, and it's awesome. It's awesome. It's big. It's awesome. It has its own casita. It's cool. It has a green area that I always like. You know, I like to see space. I don't like seeing next door neighbors or across the street type of stuff. I like seeing space. And that house, when it was in pre-construction, was like $980,000, $920,000. I just went to look today, 2.1. Somebody has that same model for sale, just 4 or 5 doors down. I just couldn't believe it. Over 100% price increase. But I will say, you heard me say golf course, and it's an upscale environment location. So over 100% in like 5 years is crazy. 25% per year on average. So 900 and something, I didn't even really run the numbers. It's over 100%. 900 and some odd $1,000. And now it's up for sale for 2.1. That's insane. Insane. Somebody's going to buy it though, because the layout, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. I should actually show you guys what it is, but it's pretty awesome. Okay, Wilson K, you got to put something in to gain something. If you own a home, then you can get in play to make money with your money. Your equity doesn't pay you monthly. Make it work and pay you money. Exactly, Wilson K. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Because what he's saying is you can actually take some. So for instance, that house that was 900,000, 900 whatever, 20, 50, 80, it's worth 2.1 now. So they have over $1 million in equity. That's wealth right there. They are choosing to sell it and take home their $1 million. That's fine. But what he's saying is somebody would say, well, give me 300 or 400,000. Let me go get myself an asset that pays me. Not a startup business, not something that I'm guessing. It's something I can put my money into that I know I'm getting a return. No guesswork, right? You know the numbers. You have this the IRS tax returns for the last 3-5 years. You know how much it has made profit every year. You know what the profits look like this year. You go, I put in 50%. I want the 50% profit. Obviously, you're 50% owner. So now that money's coming to you. Is it worth you putting in your hundreds of thousands? That's what you have to think about. Is it worth it for you to go buy a condo or a house and rent it out? That's an option. Is it worth it to say, you know what, forget all that. I'm going to go get me some land and get myself a self-storage unit started, just for instance. So there's things that you can do and utilize that money and make money for you. We can even start talking about other things as well, but it's high risk. You don't want to do high risk maneuvers when you add additional debt in. You want to have assets that pay you to pay off that debt. That's really how this works. All right. That's really how it works. All right. Victor M, making notes on your gems and stocks, says Wilson Coe. Exactly. This will complete my monthly dividend for the 3-week. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Brian Pay, Wilson K, nice to hear from you. Yes, these have been game changers for me now that I am retiring in July. This is my travel the world money. Exactly. And it keeps coming in every month. That's what the beauty of this. All these gems here from Stockmasters. Well, we are learning from each other. And again, I don't know everything. Everybody here doesn't know everything. It's the contributions from all of you. Wilson Koo chimes in today, giving a startup company a chance at the line of credit with a 700 plus credit score. How beautiful is that? You want to get in touch with Wilson Koo? Send me a message at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Let me know you want to get in touch with Wilson Koo, and I will forward your email to Wilson Koo so you guys can get in touch with each other. I'm no gatekeeper. All right. So you don't have to pay us. You don't have to pay me. None of that. You go directly and talk with Mr. Koo. All right. That's how we do this, ladies and gentlemen. We don't take any points. We don't do any of that shady stuff. Just saying. All right. Now, let's see here. You don't need all the equity out. Just get 10 to 100K to get it to make money for you. Exactly. That's exactly right. You don't need all of it. Congratulations on your retirement, Victor M. Exactly. He's worked hard and long for it. He deserves it. And he has made an impeccable play. Real estate. All of us, a lot of us here have real estate. Stock market. Done that. Worked and has 401k money as well. Retirement money. So he's done the damn thing. He's done the damn thing. All should be thinking in this light, making your money work for you. So when you get out of retirement, you sit there and say, well, I have a way to make more money. All right. That's how we got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, speaking of the emerging millionaire party, here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen, over the last 24 to 48 hours. All right. Here's what happened. Let's get to it. Shall we? This is what happened. So we are doing the SSN Nation takeover. And what does that entail? That entails us going to the Dominican Republic. Why the Dominican Republic? It's only the hottest tourist market in the world and in all of Latin America, even beating out Mexico. That's right, Mexico. The first 4 months of this year has more bookings in the Dominican Republic than Mexico. Can you believe that, ladies and gentlemen? We told you it's coming. So therefore, I have to come take over. Why? Because whenever there is competition, whenever you're in business and things are going good, there's always somebody out there trying to eat your lunch, somebody that's trying to take you off the mountaintop. Well, I'm such a person in this case because I think that the guys over there, the developing projects in the Dominican Republic, they are slacking. I think I can slide in, take over, Why? Because they have several steps that they are messing up with. I'll give you step one. Step one, we are going to deliver in 24 or 30 months or 36 months. Those 24 or 30 or 36 months come after people have made monthly payments for those 24 or 30 months or 36 months. They find out their project is not complete and it's not delivered for the unit. So now you have people that have paid for their contract term because you're going to put down usually 30 or 40% during the 24 or 30 months or 36 months. And then on delivery, you're going to give the remaining 50 or 60 or 40%, depending on the contract, or 20%. It just depends on the contract. So now people are waiting another 2 years, no delivery. They're not finished. But meanwhile, these people have put in 75 grand, 100 grand, 150 grand. And so therefore you're missing out. Your money could have been making money for you the last 4 years, and they're not done. So that means there's opportunity number one. Do what you say you're going to do. And then opportunity number two is this. So like right now, we have a perfect example. We have Cruise on Land. We have Panorama, all the panoramas, Panorama Garden, Panorama Park, Panorama Luxury. We have Oceana. We have Harbor Bay. We have the beach, Aurora Luxury, basically everybody who were going to have deliveries either this year, last year, or 2 years ago. They're not finished. So what happens like right now, Cruise on Land and the beach and a bunch of others, Oceana, all these guys that I just mentioned. How is it that they're not coming to people saying, you know what? We are not going to deliver next year like we thought. So why don't they renegotiate the contract to make people's payments go lower and say, hey, we'll just extend out 6 months? How do you feel about that? I think a lot of people would say, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. Thank you. I still have 12 to 15, 16 months left. And you're coming to me saying we're going to extend it 6 months. That lowers my payment. I can dig that. I dig that. That's what we're going to do. Nobody does that right now, but we're about to change the game. Oh, the reason why I say we're about to, there's a contract that's at the attorney's office today. So that means 72 hours we could be funded for the takeover. Of course, we still have steps. Contract has to be sent to the people. The people have to sign. The people have to wire money. All those steps could change over 1, 2, 3, 4 days. That's how business goes. So we'll see what happens. But we have a contract in play, agreed to verbally. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It took like damn near 3 months, but it's going down. All right. So you guys will know, hopefully on Monday or Tuesday. I'm hoping we get a contract back and we get some funds up front because we have it, base stuff, when you give it somewhat of a deposit if you accept the agreement, just like normal real estate deals. You guys know how that works, right? I don't have to explain it. You're going to do a real estate deal. You sign a contract with an investor. You do it just like you're buying something. You say, hey, you got to put down 1%, let's say. Well, that's what we say. 1% of what you're going to put in. And then after you accept this, you got to put in 1%. So you wire the 1%. You sign the agreement, and in 72 hours, the rest of the money gets wired. It's that simple. All right. I'm not going to share the agreement with you just yet. I got to make sure they sign it, and then I will share it with you. All right. So you guys will see what the big dogs do. SSN Nation Takeover's coming 2024 edition. I come out of retirement and I don't think they want me out of retirement. So that's the first things. By itself, we're going to deliver on time, have the renderings, make the place look exactly like the renderings, and we're not going to take away amenities. That's the other thing. All this little crazy stuff that's happening, not going to happen. Oh, and by the way, we're going to own the land. So when your attorney checks it out and they go, SSN Lifestyle owns this. And they're going to be like, what do you mean? They're going to say they own it. There is no promissory notes. There is no written agreements. None of it. The title says SSN Lifestyle on there. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what that means. We have title to the property. So we're not going to have this nonsense that goes on about down the line after people say it's delivered, and then they send a letter to people going, oh, by the way, your unit is finished, but we're going to make you have to wait because we have to still get title to transfer over to you. And you're like, it's taking you 3 years to get this done. What do you mean? You don't have the title to transfer to me right now? Are you serious? That's exactly what it means. And so now people cannot get a loan because there is no title in their name from the bank in the Dominican Republic. So once again, when all the boxes checked, you come play with us, it's a whole different ball game, and guess who's going to have to catch up? And then I'm implementing the creme de la creme, the one that nobody wants to implement. I am putting a camera on property so any of the investors will be going to SSN Lifestyle, and for each property, they can see the progress any given day. So there is none of this. We're sending you some of these BS videos, moving them around, showing what we're not doing so fast, 30-second clips. You're going to be able to go, hey, it's been like 2 months later. Let me go check it out. Let me see what it's looking like. Hey, it's 12 months later. Let me see what it's looking like. You'll see the progress. Nobody does that either. So once again, we're taking over, ladies and gentlemen, and we're taking over the right way. So our investors will be like, oh man, check this out. It's 3 months later. They already moving dirt. I see a foundation. Oh, damn. What the hell's going on here? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the shock's going to be. All the rest of the guys are going to be like, oh man, why are these guys doing this? Some people are going to come out there and take them down, I'm sure. They're going to try. Let's call it what it is. Because none of these guys want the smoke. They're all laughing and having fun, going, yeah, man, we collected everybody's money and we ain't delivering for another 2 years. Yeah, they're mad. They're upset, but we got 75 grand, 100 grand, 120, 200 grand of their money. Some people even put down 80%, 160, 200, $300,000 because they got a discount. If you put down 80% or 50%, or 90%, you get a discount. And then you find out you gave the 90% down was 5 years ago. Still not done. And no correspondence, no way to know of any updates. There's people in Los Terranes right now that bought at Los Terranes. We can't get no updates. Then we find out in Imo Caribe, which is Gennaro's company, has this other company called Inacar, which is, I don't know if it's his company, but Inacar goes into an agreement with the Los Terranes property. They were supposed to be delivering right now. They haven't even done nothing, so they had to get another partner. And you know what this means? They probably had one of those funky agreements. Hey, we're going to do a pre-construction. Just tell us we're going to pay you monthly for the land. It's stalled out. And so they weren't able to sell as much as they thought, and they owe people money. So they had to bring in partnerships. They're going to be delayed. It's plain and simple. Delivery was going to be this year, or it was at the end of last year. I don't remember. But all I know is they're not going to be anywhere near done for another at least 2.5, 3 years. So again, we're taking out the weak. That's what we're going to be doing. That means we're going to be taking over because nobody else is doing it. And I'm going to tell you one other thing. One other thing I'm doing, which I'm not going to say because these guys are watching, because they can beat me to it right now. So I can't talk about it. So I won't talk too much mess no more. But that's part of the game plan, ladies and gentlemen. That is part of the game plan. Thanks, Wilson. My first retirement from the military. There you go. I didn't have a plan, so I went back to work for the private sector. Now with the second retirement, that is beautiful. I do have a good spending plan. We're ready. Exactly. He put everything together, ladies and gentlemen. He was very, very smart. He did the damn thing. Victor, thanks for your service, and I'm happy that you have found the magic for your retirement. You worked it hard, and your farming is paying off for you. Exactly. Exactly. Eric, those video cameras will be a game changer for investors. Those are tremendous marketing tools themselves. You have to beg to get a nice and long video from them. Exactly. Exactly. You have to see. Imagine you're an investor who's giving them thousands of dollars every month. You're sending them money, and they don't even have the courtesy to send you any real update videos like driving to show people, hey, look, these are the villas. Walk through the apartments showing people, or the condos or the villas saying, hey, look, this is what the living room's going to be like, or this gives you an idea upstairs, downstairs. They do that one time a year ago, and then you hear nothing. You don't get anything. You have to be on their social media. What kind of travesty is that? Hey, I got to go on your social media because I'm giving you money to tell me what's going on. This is insane. And then their social media is giving me some renderings. And I'm just like, why aren't you showing us what you're doing at the property instead of this rendering stuff? Well, that just means you're not doing anything at the property. So as Victor Marrero said, we're changing up the game. We're bringing the heat, because all these guys are going to be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, we understand the lay of the land. That's what's going on. And we're not actually trying to build stuff in 5 years. We're trying to do stuff in 3 years, 36 months and under, because we have a second phase due to title. Once you understand how titles work, then you understand why all these clowns are out here being developers, don't own the land, and know they have to clean up the title. It takes a year to a year and a half. So if you already know you can't clear up a title for a year and a half, that means you know good and well you're not going to build anything in 2.5 years, because you can't even start. This is absurd what I found out. I'm just like, I can't believe these guys are doing this. Not everybody, but a large percentage of the guys that have these nice big projects, that's what they've been doing. It's crazy. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to change the game. We're about to take over because nobody's going to be able to compete. So again, you guys know, but again, it's good news. Contract being drawn up by an attorney. An attorney's drawing up the contract. This is an investor contract. This is different. This is not the real estate contract. This is the one where some people are going to be putting in their money for us to take over, and it's a hefty price. I got to admit, it ain't 13%, but it is 12%. This is what the big dogs want. So the big dogs are coming. So when you start talking about $1 million, that's $120,000 for every $1 million. That's on the annual return. But here's the kicker, ladies and gentlemen. Wilson Koo will appreciate this. These guys are willing. Get it? Listen to this very carefully. This is where the advantage comes in. How about no interest payments are due? The interest accumulates, but it is not due for 1 year. So, to give you an idea, everybody who doesn't understand, $1 million borrowed, 12% means $120,000, which normally would mean $10,000 per month would be due. The $10,000 per month is not due. Nothing is due until the 12th month. 1 year. So in other words, if they sign a contract, let's say if they ship the money on, let's just call it the 15th of the month. Then on the 15th of the month next year, the 120 grand is due. That gives us a huge advantage because now, thinking as a startup, we get to start up, do our stuff, collect money, and build, and either we can pay early or we can pay next year. So some of you would say, okay, Eric, you owe $1,120,000, April 15th. Well, this is why you sign contracts. Because here's our deal. Now remember, our deal. At the end of the first year, how do you like an auto rollover, interest only, for a second year, and you would owe $120,000 in interest for a second year? So after the second year, that is when you're going to have to pay $1,120,000. The principal has to be paid. But 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's get some numbers. Let's say you sell condos for $150,000. Let's say you have, that's a 1-bedroom. What if you have a 2-bedroom for, I think it's 169 in some case, 199. These are upscale locations. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know. So anyhow, you guys can start doing some numbers and be like, well, wait a minute. So if you're selling things for like 150, 170, 200K, 230, 240, 330, 500, all of a sudden you start doing numbers and you're going to be like, wait a minute. So if you sell like only 10 units in a year and your average price is like 200,000, yeah, you got it. It's $2 million. But the $2 million you don't get to keep. So we're going to stay with real estate because in real estate, we know 50% of the money is our expense money. So we know we got to pay the builder and all them, right? So let's just say 50%'s gone. That still leaves $1 million. That's just one property per month for an average. But what if it's 3 properties per month for an average of, let's go small. Let's just say 150. 3 times 12 is 36. 36 times 150,000. Anybody? Somebody? Is that like $5 million? Pretty close. We'll call it 4 million, 4.2, 4.3. 50% goes to the builder developers. 2 mil. I think there's enough money to give them all their money year 1, year, month 5 or 6. But the point of the matter is, it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you guys know the progress. I should know on Monday or Tuesday if the SSN Nation takeover contract is signed. And then, of course, just because you signed something, I will then let you know when it hits the bank account because they're going to wire the funds. And then we'll be talking. So we should have something happen over the next 4 business days. All right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's a high five. It's a raise the roof. It's the Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. This is what you can do. And just like Wilson Koo, that's right. We find people. Look, this is going to be good. We'll need to catch up on this project you're mentioning here. Yeah. I haven't told anybody about the project yet because I have not secured the land yet. As soon as I secure the land, even then I'm hesitant to talk about it because somebody might try to do something crazy if they know where it is. So I'll have to figure that out if I want to reveal that. But I may show where it is and then people could see where I'm standing and then maybe get an idea, but we'll see how it plays out. This is fantastic, Eric. Thank you so much, man. Yes, this is what we do. Imagine if you could do an app for the phone where people can pay and get all the updates, leverage technology, and people will follow. Victor Marrero, that has been on the table. Not really an app, though. More like how Noval does theirs, because Noval Properties allows you to pay different ways with your credit cards, with a wire. They have several ways you can pay. The app portion, yes, I can enlist a app specialist that I know personally, and that is one hell of an idea now that you mention it, to put it on an app, because most people have their banking information on their app anyhow. So if you're able to accept payments in different formats, then that works out. But generally, because it's going to be a business banking account number, it generally has to be wired in. But we'll see what happens, right? Because there's fees whenever you have business and anything, whether if a person pays you with credit cards, it's a fee. Who's going to accept that fee, right? If you're going to wire money in we have USD and pesos, what we're going to have, so a person will have their choice. But the fact of the matter is there's still wire fees incoming and outgoing for the person sending them. So that I don't know if there's any real way to avoid that. But there will be questions asked before I open up my account, because there may be a way to have people in the US send to a US bank that can cost us less. I'll have to figure all that out. I haven't really checked on it. But if not, then it's the old-fashioned way. But nonetheless, we get there, ladies and gentlemen. But I love what you're saying there, because the app would be a game changer, because like you said, can you imagine a person going through the app and everybody on the app can see all of our project's progress, whether you're an owner or not, because we have the camera out there? That would be a game changer. You can pay on the app. That would be a game changer. Any updates on the app, that would be a game changer. Everything can be done on the app, so a person doesn't really even have to go to a website. They could just go use their phone and just log in and you're good. That would be pretty good. Most people have phones these days. So I do like that app, and you're right, that would be awesome. Nobody has an app as far as I know. Nobody. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is here, ladies and gentlemen. Another Merging Millionaires in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon that I love next to you. And by the way, smash that like button. And everybody, Curtis Davis, you need to send me your mailing address and your t-shirt size. I know I have it, but I just want to make sure, because you never know. Some people grow. Some people shrink. I'm just saying. So send me, because everybody that's a member of the channel, not everybody, if you've been a member of the channel for 1 year or longer, then I owe you a free t-shirt. So you need to hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And I need your t-shirt size, and I need your mailing address. It's that simple. Some went out yesterday. Some are going out tomorrow. All right. And they're just random. Some say no fear, no excuses. Some say emerging millionaires. Some say CEO of my life. They're all random, but we have different sizes. So make sure you do that. Curtis Davis brings his tagline, "Good evening, SSN fam." Good evening to you. He always has the other part, ABMM, always be making money. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. How do you like that moniker? ABMM, always be making money. How about this moniker? Go check out Mr. Financial's channel, known as Chili Davis in the YouTube streets. CHILLY Davis, 2 L's. Chili Davis, ladies and gentlemen, in this YouTube street. He drops gems. He drops information throughout the day, just like we're dropping gems tonight. He drops gems all week long in the financial news and updates. And again, make sure you subscribe and click the all notification bell. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're engaged, because just like me, I'm engaged. Used to hit his like buttons, used to get everything. I don't get anything anymore. They've banned me. I used to get his updates and notifications. Now they don't come. Can you believe this? This is just what they do to us around here in the SSN Nation. Giving people information that can help them make money, help them improve their lives financially, and then all of a sudden, they don't want to show us. Well, they did that with me and him. I don't get anything. I used to get all of his stuff, his community tabs, I used to get any new videos he would drop. I used to get everything. Now I get nothing. It's unbelievable. I don't even get our own stuff here in the SSN Nation notifications. It's insane. I get an email notification though, but on my phone, zip. It's insane. It's insane. Crazy stuff. Wilson K, Evening Curtis D. So go over to Chili Davis, show some love, subscribe to his channel, click the all notification bell, watch some of his videos. All right, that'd be greatly appreciated. Wilson K, I need to find out the details on the deal. I just would like to get a unit if it is on. Oh, you're talking about the deal that we're doing? Oh, yeah, it's upscale. Well, kind of. It's upscale. We got upscale and we have mid-range, but either way. So they're going to be all over. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom condos, villas, and they're not going to be for the faint at heart. We're talking upscale, 4,000 square feet type stuff. We're talking about ocean view type stuff. Those aren't going to be cheap. Let's call it what it is. We're talking villas, less than 100 yards to the beach. Not for the faint at heart. Once again, those aren't going to be cheap. I'm just saying. We have condos, we have villas. So that's how it's going to work in nice locations. All right. So where would the price points be? Well, like I said, I gave you some 149. These are condos, 149, 169, 199, 239, and goes up. Villas, because of the locations, well, villas are going to range. They could be like 300. All right. With pool and all that, but 300 to 349, somewhere like that in certain locations. And then other villas that's going to be by water, those are going to be up there because there's going to be a beach club. You're going to want to live where you play. It's going to be off the charts. So there's going to be a beach club, pool, owner's lounge modeled after Palomar Beverly Hills game room. That's going to be our owner's game room. We're going to brand it. So at 2 properties, there's going to be owner's beach club. For everybody that already owns there, you have your own beach club. So only you and your renters or you and your family and friends can go there. It's not open to the general public. Yes, there'll be a bar in there. Yes, you'll be able to get food in there. Yes, there will be a pool table in there. Yes, there will be little bumper games. Yes, there will be other. It's modeled after Palomar in Beverly Hills. You guys can Google it. You'll see their game room. It's going to be modeled similar to that and actually going to be bigger than that. Just slightly, because that's 900 and something square feet. Ours is going to be 1,000 square feet. So basically 70 square feet bigger, which actually that's, it's not bad. Basically a 7-foot by 10-foot space bigger. It's not on the overall scheme of things. It's going to be bigger, but it's still going to be cool. All right. So just letting you guys know that's what's going down. So I can't give you much more details until I actually get this paperwork done. Paul Castillo, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Another investor is here, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure everybody smash those like buttons. Give it a 1 piece so the YouTube guys know we're here. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. Good evening, SSN family, from Paul Castillo. Eric, I know there are penalties listed in the contracts for all these projects if the builder doesn't deliver on time. Forget all that. Forget all that. It's worthless. First of all, not all contracts have penalties. Second of all the contracts that do have penalties that say, hey, you got to pay us 4% or 3% because we didn't deliver on time plus 6 months. Guess what? no money's coming. So now you're going to have to go to court to sue them. Are you going to win? Who knows? But court, you're going to be wasting your time running around paying a lawyer for another year, 6 months to a year to figure out an outcome. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you know what Larimar or Cruise on Land are offering the buyers? Nothing. Trust us, bro. That's what they're saying. You guys know I've been using that trust me, bro stuff. What the? In the case of both of these entities, Larimar, we're Claire HP. We're on the Spain Stock Exchange. Everything should be fine. You can trust us, bro. Cruise on Land. Oh, yeah, we're from South America. We're one of the best companies down there. We've built stuff before. We were going to build this in Colombia or wherever. I don't remember. Brazil, wherever they were going to build it originally. But we decided to start off in the Dominican Republic. We've built stuff. Trust us, bro. Other people have the 4% generally in their contract that says if we don't deliver on the delivery date plus 6 months later, 180 days later, then we'll give you 4%. That's what a lot of contracts say. Well, that 4% is not coming from anybody I know. The beach has that in their contracts. Nobody's getting paid. There's other projects that have it. Nobody's getting paid. So I don't know what to tell you. Even if it's in there, you ain't getting paid. I was hoping E. White might be here tonight because he has a new contract. I don't know if they signed it, though. That's the problem. He has a contract that was saying if they don't deliver on time, that he could get a full refund. So I said, good luck. Because I'm like, of course they're going to sign it, just like the one that they're going to give people 4% annually if they don't deliver on time. I was like, so they're probably going to have to do the same thing. Because there's no guarantee. You've given all the money. Once you've given all the money, they can just say, sue me, bro. I mean, this is crazy stuff. It's crazy. Keep that land secret. The enemy must never get help in war. Exactly, James Way. Exactly. The Art of War. Sun Tzu. Exactly. That's why I can't really say anything and I have to leave it generally because I already know what's going to happen. These guys are going to be like, wait, what, how, what, where, when, how? Make NFT for the property, Wilson K. Yeah, I'm not sold on NFTs, but that is possible, but it's not going to be recognized for transfer of title. So that would make it cool. I will send you my details for t-shirt. Thank you so much, Curtis Davis. Assets. Thank you, Eric. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial, otherwise known in the YouTube streets as Chili Davis. Again, go over, show some love for Chili Davis. Make sure if you haven't subscribed to the channel here, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. And also, don't forget, we have our Punta Cana Music Festival coming up in about 1 month and 3 or 4 days is when it starts. World famous artists, musicians, some of the island musicians are going to be there. The island musicians are going to be there. DJ Wangle's going to be there. A couple other DJs going to be in the house from the DR. Unfortunately, I was trying to get our man here, DJ Philly from Philly, but he can't do this first round. So we'll have to get him on another schedule. But nonetheless, don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are basically $150 or less, depending on the amount of days, which is reasonable on an island for 2 sessions, 12 to 2:30, and then 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at night, 2 sessions, plus other surprises. So just keep that in mind. That is not bad at all. In fact, that's a deal compared to other musical events where people are getting charged like $300, $400 a day, which is crazy. So anyhow, just saying, get your tickets now, ladies and gentlemen. They are at ssnlifestyle.com for everybody on podcast, everybody watching now. I would love to see you there. I will be there, of course. And then don't forget about our SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana Investors Forum. Anything you want to discuss with business, we got attorneys that are going to be there to help you. So if you're there and you say, hey, I want to start a business, just keep in mind, a business needs 2 people in the Dominican Republic. So it's not like you can say, well, let me take this home and all that. No, both of you are going to have to sign contracts. Well, like LLC forms, you have to sign, initial, do all this stuff. You have to determine which one of you is going to be the lead, or you're going to be 50-50, you're going to be 75-25, 1%, 99%, however you figure it out. But 2 people, you have shares that you can have and all kind of things. You got to sign it. And so you need 2 people. So that means you should bring another person. If you want to open up a business, I suggest you do it. Get yourself in line. It takes 1 month to get approved. It's not like in the United States. It takes 1 month because they got to approve your name. And your name generally has to match what you're doing. You just can't pick a random name and then do whatever. If you're doing landscaping, you can't do XYZ Financials and then do landscaping in the DR. That would be a no-no. All right. So that's one of those things. All right. Sounds great. Yes, it's going to be off the charts. Just put a walkway off the 2nd floor and you can fish or dive in. You were blowing them up. Exactly, Wilson. Cool. That's the idea. Yes, I am that guy who takes advantage of weaknesses in the system. And I've done it before. I'm going to come out of retirement and do it again. Yes, I am. I know what's going to happen. People are going to try and block. Government officials are going to do their government officials thing, trying to help their friends out by making it difficult for me, all this other BS. I know how it's going to go. But I'm down. I'm ready for the war. At Paul Castillo, agree. Almost all the contracts show a percentage per month you're supposed to get. Like Eric said, you then have to spend time and money. If you try, they will slap the COVID excuse. Exactly. And then if there's a hurricane, like what happened last year, it was an easy hurricane. Then they use that as an excuse at some of the projects. It's crazy. And they're still using COVID as an excuse, even though it's 2 years later. So this is exactly right. I forgot about the COVID excuse, why we're not going to give you the 4% annually that we said we would in our contract. It's crazy. And they still haven't finished the project. To add insult to injury, imagine people who have a 2019, 2020 start date and their delivery was supposed to be 2021, 2022, but COVID came. So you said, you know what, I'll let you do 2022. In fact, 2023. And now here it is 2024 and it's April. And you're sitting there like, hey, man, what's going on? And they're saying, well, it won't be done for another year. You're like, what? COVID, hurricane. The cost of goods went up. Yeah, I know. I know the cost of goods went up. So these are the type of things that are going down. So you're not going to get your money. I don't know of anybody who's receiving anything for not delivering on time plus 6 months. I don't know of any contract paying out. And there's 60-70% of all contracts have that in there. That's what made people buy to feel comfortable. Oh, they're not going to deliver. Ooh, I gave these guys $100,000. I'm getting $4,000 a year. That is cool. And then you find out the excuses. COVID, hurricane, flooding, whatever. And you're like, what? That's just one day. COVID was 2021. 2022 if I give you an extension. Then when we have hurricanes, it's like, you guys, everybody has like a cement building. Okay. Yep. Trees, flooding. Okay. We'll give you 4 days, 5 days. Great. Electricity's back up. Now what? The water's receded. Everything's ready to go. Yeah, traffic might be messed up for a minute, but what's that got to do with you building something at this site? You have the equipment, the materials should be at that site. So as long as you can get to that site, what's the problem? So again, this is why game changing is coming. It's coming, and we're going to take over. And it's going to be awesome to watch. It's going to be awesome to watch. Because I am not the guy. I'm not the guy that's the newbie on the block. I already am making plans for when they do try to do their normal BS. It's crazy. We have to spread the word so future buyers are aware of what these builders are doing, playing games with people hard-earned money. Exactly. I've been spreading the word. I made a video about 3 weeks ago. I'm going to be making another one. It all depends. This weekend, maybe, where I'm actually going to be taking an actual court case that's going on right now with a developer inside Vistacana, because Vistacana sells the land. So anybody can be a developer, so to speak. So there's a guy taking people's money and not delivering all the units. So in other words, he delivered a few villas, enough for people to say, yeah, he's good, he delivers. And then on another villa, he doesn't deliver and turns around and goes to the bank and gets a loan against the property and doesn't deliver it to the guy. And that's what we're going to be talking about. There's a court case going on right now. And the guy paid like 80 or 90 or 100% of the villa. And Vistacana's not helping, even though the project and the developers in Vistacana. And apparently the court's not helping either. Unbelievable. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And so unfortunately, this is one of the problems. Curtis Davis, 2 people required to complete SRL or LLC in DR. Yeah, the LLC is a SRL there. That's the same thing. There is no LLC. So they use SRL. That is an LLC. The SRL, you need 2 people. Can't just have one. So in other words, there's no such thing as a solo SRL. All right? You need 2 people. So have somebody with you if you plan on opening up a business. And we do get a discount from Glenny Hatchie Cuevas and Associates. Let them know you're from SSN Nation. Even if you aren't with us, you go there, go see Glenny Hatchie Cuevas downtown Punta Cana, and go see her. Say you're from SSN Nation. That way you'll get a discount for getting your SRL. So yeah, we are going to be spreading the word about this. It's crazy. And again, you talked about Larimar Cruise on Land, right? So here's where we're sitting at. So the very interesting point about Cruise on Land is they're building, I think their first phase, I thought their first phase was 4 buildings. Apparently, they sent out an email saying their first phase is 2 buildings. Their buildings were only going to be 5 levels high. But apparently, they got additional floors approved from what I understand. So they could be 6 or 7 levels high. Now, here's the thing. If all they're going to build is 2 buildings, because they're going to have, I think, 18 total. If they're going to build 2 buildings in 2.5 years, how long is it going to take them to build 15 more? This is what I don't understand. This is absurd. If it's going to take you that long to build buildings, you're going to have an issue. That's going to be like 10 years or so. I don't know. So anyhow, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have some other amenities like the water park that they're going to have there. That's supposed to be part of the first phase. That thing is supposed to be 10,000 square meters, which that's pretty big. I think that's 100,000 square feet. That's pretty big. So that's nothing to play with. And I don't know what else, but I think they're supposed to have a few other items as well. So as long as they're doing 2 buildings, I would hope they would get those done in 1.5 years. Delivery is supposed to be September next year. And as far as I know, I don't see any videos coming from them showing foundations, showing they've built the foundation in the 1st or 2nd floor. because you have to start breaking things down into micro units. So if you say you're going to do September delivery, you do one year and 6 months. That's 18 months. So you go 18 months divided by 7 floors, right? Times 2, but we'll just deal with one building. So that means every 2.5 months, we have to see a floor finished. But the problem is a floor finished isn't good enough. Why? Because finish would mean the interior is done. And they're not going to do the interior if they don't have the floors finished. So therefore, we have to have the structure built first. So in reality, you start shortening the time. You're like, well, wait a minute. If it takes you 2.5 months as the average to build a floor, now how long is it going to take you after you build the floors, put in the AC units? Well, not put them in because they're not going to do central, I don't think. But you have to start thinking, what about the plumbing from up top to the bottom? What about the water up top, bottom? What about elevators? What about all this stuff that you have to put in the building? All of that would have to be in 2.5 months. Never mind our flooring, our countertops, our walls, our ceilings, our lighting, our electrical. You're not going to be doing this at 2.5 months. It's not possible. So therefore, anybody telling me, hey, Eric, we're going to be done, we have 2 buildings that are 7 floors high, I'm just going to look at them like, okay, so every 2.5 months, you're going to have a floor finished and they're going to be fully done on that floor? And they're going to go, oh, come on, stop talking crazy. I'm going to be like, exactly. Why are you telling me some crap like this? You're not, nobody's doing 2.5 months at a floor. So what makes you all of a sudden being able to do it? So that's what we're dealing with here. And it doesn't even matter if it's them or if it's somebody else. There's nobody that's going to tell me they're going to be building 7 floors of condo, 1 floor every 2.5 months when nobody has done it. Nobody. Oceana's still sitting over there with 5 floors of building. They're still sucking wind. They're not done. They don't even have 1 building finished. Their delivery, I think, was this year. Or maybe even earlier this year or something. Maybe it was January, February. I don't remember. But all I know is they're late too. And they're like 5 floors. They have buildings that are 5 floors. Not 1 building is done. So this is what I'm saying. There's nobody doing this. This is crazy. So that's what I have a problem with Larimar and Cruise on Land, knowing full well they're sitting here trying to tell people, oh, yeah, we're going to deliver in 2025. And I'm just like, how? You're going to have to do something that nobody's doing. And if you do it in that speed fashion, I'm now going to question the quality. I'm going to start thinking you're building like the Chinese. I know some people are going to be hurt. I'm like, hey, I don't want Chinese building my stuff. That's all I'm going to tell you, because they'll build quick, they'll build fast, but it's not going to be top quality. Just call it what it is. They might be the ones that say, yeah, we'll build stuff in 6 months, but the quality is not that great. Just saying. Just saying. Eric, can you put in the comments your lawyer's information in the DR? Glenny Hache Cuevas. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Glenny Hachi Cuevas. She does litigation, but she does the SRLs. She does the everything, residency, all that, just like Johan. Johan doesn't do SRLs, but he does the immigration. He does the real estate transfers, but he does not do SRLs. So real estate, both of the lawyers, you guys know Johan. And then what happened? Oh, I accidentally But anyhow, you guys can see it in the chat room. Those are the two lawyers. So Glenny Hachi-Cuevas and Associates, they're the ones. Let her know you're from SSN Nation. If you want to do an SRL, do some sort of business or things like that, then go see Glenny Hachi-Cuevas. If you're doing real estate, you can see either one. But, either way, if you want residency, either one. If you want, immigration issue, either one. So anything else. But SRL is specifically business, is specifically Glenny Hachi-Cuevas and Associates. Let her know you're from SSN Nation, all right? So hopefully that helps you out, Mr. Cool. And then, I did put it in here. Okay, there you go. So I did it a couple of times, I see. That's fine. Hopefully you guys can get it. Oh, and because people might see this and hear it on podcast, Glenny Hachi-Cuevas, you hit her up on WhatsApp. Her number is +1 809 610 3002. So WhatsApp +1 809 610 3002. All right. So that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, that's what we do. All right. These are the guys that are in good hands for you. These are the guys that we're also going to see on May 13th. All right. So there you go. You'll be in the room with them if you come over and play with us with the Investors Forum. Get your tickets now at SSN Lifestyle. You don't want to miss it. And by then, SSN Nation Takeover might even, like I say, be in full swing. Full swing, because it's going to be awfully cool. All right. So you guys know what this means. It means we're going to have to play a little commercial. I guess I might as well call it a commercial. In fact, I'm going to play a smart credit. Smart credit. Here we go. I'll play that. And down below in the description box, after you see this and you want to join smart credit to help improve your credit, then go check it out. All right.
Smart Credit is a fast, simple solution to a better credit score, more online privacy, and greater control of your money. Did you know the average person can add 97 points to their credit score but aren't aware of it? They don't even know how to get these points. Our average member adds 61 points in just 20 days using Smart Credit. That could save you $10,000 in interest on a car loan and over $100,000 in the life of the average mortgage loan. And Smart Credit is the only credit management system that gives you a spending and payment plan to help you add more points to your credit score. And if you already have a good credit score, this feature shows you how spending could affect your score and how to prevent losing these hard-earned points. Plus, we don't just show your credit score and provide alerts, we're the only ones to give you a personalized plan with action buttons to add points. Our patented action buttons allow you to communicate directly with your creditors and even your financial institutions to dispute errors, ID fraud, and more. No more mailing letters and no more long hold times. We also help protect you and your loved ones. Our $1 million whole family fraud and scam insurance covers your entire family in your household at a much lower cost than the competition. And by the way, have you Googled your name lately? You may be shocked by how many websites expose and sell your private information. Use Privacy Master to easily request the removal of your information to stop these sites from selling it permanently, all with the push of a button. Another way we beat the competition, our Money Manager feature finds your bank accounts so you can link them without searching. We also have instant statements and action buttons to ask questions, fix problems, and reverse unrecognized credit card charges directly with your financial institutions. Smart Credit. It only takes 1 minute to enroll. Get started today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Smart Credit. That helps you out greatly. Hiring Index, FICO 8 automobile scores, all 3 credit bureaus, but make sure you tape the top dog. Use the link down below for the special discount. They always shows us some love here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do. All right. Now, a friend of mine, I have to mention this because taxes are due. A friend of mine called me up, and they actually have liens, levies, things like this, and it's not for the faint at heart. It's like over $1 million. So, like most people, they're scared of the IRS. So they said, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable talking to the IRS." I said, "Well, you should not feel that way." I said, "Because right now you're going to have, accounts levied. You're going to have a lien against your homes and things like that." So today I said, "Look, since you're afraid, I will call up myself and we'll do a three-way and I'll walk you through. You can talk to them." So what I'm trying to get at is Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. If you do happen to run into IRS situations, make sure you communicate with them regardless. You try to always work it out with them. And sometimes they will say, well, once the auditor gets to it, and they will say, you might owe $1 million, but if you are somehow able to get on this payment plan, I'll take off 50 or 60 or 70 or 100% of the lates. As long as you keep your monthly payment on time, I agree that that's what it'll be. So all I'm trying to say is make sure you work it out. Don't just let it lingering. Always try to work it out. All right. So that's one of the lessons that we have to talk about here. It's real in the field, right? Everybody gets in. Well, not everybody. A lot of people do, especially when you have high income coming in, especially when you're having different venues that you're doing. Because I myself got this thing. Could you believe Airbnb sent over? I can't remember exactly, but it was the top 10% of the highest earners on Airbnb to the Hawaiian authorities. I get a letter from Hawaii. Now, this is 3-4 years after the fact. I get a letter from them saying, hey, you owe us hundreds of thousands of dollars. I was like, hell, I do. No, I don't. And they're just like, yeah, you do, because you were doing short-term rentals. I said, yeah, I was doing short-term rentals inside condo, hotel, timeshare. We already have to pay occupancy tax at the property. It's commercially zoned. We pay our maintenance fees, pays for the tax as well. I'm like, what are you saying? They're like, oh no, we want $300,000 or whatever it was. It was something stupid. I was like, I disagree. So then I sent them over how the tax is collected, because in Hawaii, when a person shows up, they have to pay tax. That's why they have to pay the $15 per day is in tax. So I said, and they go, I said, the manager for the collection of it, they collect it, then they give it to you. That's the Hawaii government way. That's how you guys do it. The guy said, no. I said, what are you talking about? That's how it's set up with the hotels. So it doesn't matter. That's why people, when they go to the hotel, have to pay a tax. What are you talking about? He's like, no, we want you to pay. I said, you're not making me pay nothing. We got a problem. Crazy stuff. We still have a problem. But the thing is, these guys go, we want $300,000. I said, for what? Again, even though I'm talking to them, we're arguing. I'm pissed. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not one of them guys that just has a condo sitting there and you're going to charge tax. I'm telling him, I said, no, that's why we have to, when people stay, they're paying the $15 per night. That's the tax. And they still didn't want it. Then I showed them their own documents saying this is the tax for this. He still says, I talked to my boss. I don't agree. We're not going to let it slide. I said, you're letting it slide. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I'm in trouble with Hawaii authorities because Airbnb, I was one of the top 10 people for Hawaii at one time, top 10% for income earners for Hawaii in the hundreds of thousands. So these guys are like, oh yeah, we'll take like 1 year of the money. I'm just like, this is crazy, crazy stuff. So this is how tax authorities work. And then you still have to talk to them regardless of a disagreement. So I'm just saying, all right? So Sometimes you can't work it out. All right. Now, let's get back to the business at hand. It's Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. Are you going to join the mission? What's the mission? Going for your goals and dreams. Success, financial freedom. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. That's the mission. Stay on point. And I'll say it again. Some of you work with coworkers. Some of you are W-2 workers. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you are a W-2 worker, you're saying, hey, I need to make more money. That means I got to get into something else. Most of the time, your sphere of influence, you tell your coworkers. Now, does it make sense that you're going to turn to a coworker who's never started their own business, who's never ran their own business, that you're going to ask them if it's a good idea? I don't think that's a good move, right? That's not a good move. And so I'll give you my perspective. When I worked for people and I would have coworkers, I would tell them, hey, I'm doing this. Similar to what I would tell you guys, like I've been telling you for the last 4 months. I was trying to get this funding. We're trying to do this stuff. Same stuff. My coworkers would go, yeah, well, it can't happen. I don't think it'll work. Here's the reasons why it won't work. And I used to just look at them like, okay, so what have you done besides work here to be qualified to say stuff? And they'd be looking at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, let me get this straight. I'm going to listen to a W-2 worker about doing business? Does this even make sense to you? I just asked you what you thought. It ain't like it's going to stop because you don't think it's going to work. It's already rolling downhill. It's going. You can't, I don't really care what you say. I just thought I would get feedback. Is it a good idea? And most of the time they would say all the reasons why it can't work. Some people take that to heart and they say, oh man, I talked to 5 people. They all said it won't work. So now I'm afraid. I don't think I should do it. But see, you have to think about, are they qualified for you to say that you can't do it? So you got to join the mission and believe in yourself. You have to join the mission to make sure you study, join the mission to make sure you are equipped. You have to do like Victor Marrero did, Brian P. did. Victor Marrero a year and a half ago said, I'm going to study options trading. We were talking about it. Go for it. He studied it. He figured out a game plan for himself. Everybody here could say, like me, I don't like options trading because I don't understand it. I've never even done options trading. So he says, I'm going to study it. Regardless of what anybody says, he told us, people said whatever they said. He still studied, came up with a game plan, and now a year and a half later, he's rolling. So regardless of all the people like me, I know options trading, generally 95% of people fail doing trading. We know the numbers. But he said, I'm thinking of it a little bit different way. And he went for it. He didn't let anybody deter him because other people don't see the light or can't figure it out. He said, I'm doing it. Brian P. said, hey, you know something about what I should do with this, that, and the other about real estate or dividends? We had the discussion, dividends. He says, I'm going for it. Next thing you know, the guy's doing, I don't even know, $5 grand, $6 grand, $3 grand a month on dividends right now. So again, you have to believe in your future. You have to believe in what you're doing and come up with a game plan. Your game plan may not be everybody else's way of doing the same thing. That's why there's competition. That's why SSN Nation Takeover is going to be complete as soon as I get my stuff. Now I can take over because they do things a whole different way than I'm going to do. There's people out there successful in real estate, developing, building, and things like that. That doesn't take anything away from them. But when I come, I'm going to make sure everybody comes up to another standard to catch me, which gives me, I should leapfrog a few people and be well known when people start going, well, wait a minute, this guy has this type of contract that says this, no price increase. If they're going to be delayed, they're going to reduce, they're going to extend out your contract. So that'll lower your payment. So you benefit from it. If that arises, we're going to have all kind of stuff in there That's pro buyer, because without the buyer buying, we're nothing. And by rights, we shouldn't be holding somebody's money for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's crazy. So that's what we're going to be doing, right? We're going to be changing the game. Cameras. People are going to be like, what's he doing? And I'm just going to tell you straight up. I'm doing something that's unconventional. Unconventional. Stuff like I'm going to be down there trying to get La Bruja to be at my spot. Have one of their spots at my spot. That's one of my goals, actually, because I believe they're one of the most awesome places. So I'm trying to sign them up to be at one of my places, because that'd be awesome. So we'll see how this all works out, but I'm bringing a whole nother vibe. That's what I'm doing. I mean, there's vibes because there's all-inclusive resorts, so there's already vibes. There's upscale, there's Cap Cana, there's Macau, there's Campo de La Romana, Campo de Casa, Casa de Campo. There's all kind of upscale areas. So I can't probably compete with an all-inclusive, but I can compete with all these people that are being late on delivery, not building the quality that they said they're going to build, not putting in the amenities they said they're going to put in. I can compete with all that. Their late delivery, I can compete against that as well. Not giving people updates, I can compete with that. So, I mean, you can compete with everything. And so I'm about to take their lunch. All right. And they're not going to be able to catch up. And there's going to be a reason they can't catch up. There's going to be a reason. And I'm going to implement several things that they're going to be like, how's this happening? Plus, I'm going to do, I wish I can tell you guys everything. Let's just say this. So in 12 months, I should have some things in place at properties that are already going to be generating revenue. Passive revenue. That's right. Before our project is complete, we're going to have passive revenue coming in already, which is going to be awesome, right? People are going to be coming to hang out already at our beach club. So it's going to be awesome. All right. Now, enough of all that. It's getting a little bit late. I've talked about Emerging Millionaires Friday night party. You guys don't want to miss the Punta Cana Music Festival. Please sign up. Show some love. Artists from USA, Latin America, Dominican are coming to perform for you. I'm even going to probably have an oldies band, depending on what they say, come. Because, you always got to have an oldies, right? At one of the sets, at least. So we'll see how that all works out. But Victor Morrell says the key with option trading is to keep it simple. Exactly. Study a strategy and stick to that same strategy until you master it. The minute that you start being creative using crazy strategies, you get jammed. That is a good policy. Stick with what works. Once you learn how to do something, stick with what works and don't deviate. That's a very good policy, especially when it comes to options trading, because again, like I said, a lot of people start deviating because they go, oh, I can do this. And then they say, I'm making money at this. Then they deviate. And that's why there's a high rate of loss. And there's also money management that's involved. Just like when I used to play poker, you should not go to the poker table if you're playing no limit hold'em with 100% of what you have to allocated towards playing poker. You should be using 5%. 5%. 10. So 5%. So if you have $200,000, you should not be carrying no more than $10,000 to a no limit, no hold'em table. That's it. Because if you lose all of it, you still have plenty of bullets in the chamber. But if you have it with you and you lose the 10, then let's say, okay, grab some more out. I lose another 10, grab some more out, lose another 20. Now your money management is off. All right. Because you're going to have days where you're going to lose. And then you're going to have days when you're going to win. So you're trying to minimize your downside and maximize your upsides. It's a money management. And quite frankly, if you want to be successful and financially successful, you always have to have money management. There's just no way around it. But Victor Morel, for the options trading and any trading with stocks he's given somebody and us, that is wisdom, words of wisdom for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. It's been a great Friday night. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you let people know our next live stream is going to be on Monday at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let people know. It's the Money Making Monday live stream, and we're going to be all excited because all these dividends are coming in that you guys saw. It comes out on April 8th. It's going to be cool, right? So once again, you don't want to miss that. Make sure you tell your friends, your family to come here, subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. All right. So just make sure. Eric, which Dominican local bands are you bringing into the event? I don't have the actual names yet. The guys are at the event center. I'm going to know. Well, actually, I'm not going to know tomorrow. I'll probably know on Monday. And in fact, forget about that. I'm doing a, what do you call talent contest? Also, so that's who's going to be coming as well. So I'm actually trying to do it, and I'm trying to film it and everything, but so far the beach clubs are acting silly. They're like, no, we don't want to do it. We're not going to tell you if we want to. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? I said, no worries. I'll be there in person. We'll talk in person. So I'm trying to get that together, which should be like in the next 10 days. And I'll tell you who all the bands are going to be. All right. And what actually happened is the name is not going to be a name because the guys all work. So what the guy said is, I'll get you 5 pieces from different groups, put them together. I was like, whatever, that works. So we'll see. That's why I don't actually have a name. So I'll let you know. That's why I use Dominican bands, because they're going to work together, because I guess they're at the shows at the resorts at the same days. So they're kind of like, well, I got these guys, they'll come and we'll put together something. I'm like, fine, that works. Wilson Koo, thanks for the gems and the great news. Thank you so much. Another option trading lesson, just like life. Don't be greedy. 75% return is good. Don't need to have 100% return on every trade. Exactly. Gino Chimiente used to say, I'll take 25 to 30%. That's what he used to say, in and out, because then he'll get another 25 to 30% again by entering in at another time or same day even. So Victor Morel has good points. This is what a lot of people who are successful say. Any return is better than no return, being greedy. If you get 75%, think about it. This is exactly what used to happen when I played poker. So you're sitting there, you bring $5,000 to the table, right? So you don't think nothing of it, but you won some pretty good hands. You look down and you got like $8,000. So you made $3,000. Well, what most people don't realize is you're sitting there thinking, okay, that's something, but I want to make 10 or 15 or 20. But now you think about it, you're like, wait a minute. That's over 60%. What am I doing here still? It's time for me to go. 60% return in a day is pretty damn good. Why am I going to sit here and do no limit when actually one hand I could blow this up? We could be into thousands of dollars in a hand or something. And all of a sudden I went from 8 back down to 6. And I'm sitting there, why would I not stop at 60 some percent? So I'd look down, I'll be like, oh, I got 60% here. Time to go. I'm not going to sit here all day. It's high risk. The longer you stay, something's going to happen. 1% does happen. All right. 1% happens. That's a thing. So if somebody says you can take off with 60%, why wouldn't you leave? Take your 60%, take the $3,000 for a few hours, right? So that's how you do it. It's the same rules apply. Just like in trading stocks, I would imagine you do the same thing, just like he mentioned. If you get 75% or 60%, why aren't you leaving? Why aren't you closing this out and taking the funds? Sure, it'd be nice to go to 100, 150%, but Why wouldn't you take the 60 or 70 or 80% and walk? Come back and fight another day with that 60 or 70% instead of using your own money, right? That's how it works. Just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. That's the keys. All right. That is the keys. Now, we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for being here. Make sure on the way out, you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, click the all notification bell, go check out SSN Lifestyle. Come join us in the Dominican Republic next month. Get your airfare. Frontier, Spirit, JetBlue are going to be the least expensive. All right. So make sure you check with them. Make sure you get their frequent flyer miles, whatever that is that they have, but make sure you come. All right. That'd be greatly appreciated. Now, we're going to have to wrap this up. So with all that said, once again, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And we know it's going to be harder and harder out here. The Federal Reserve is doing a disservice to the middle class. It costs $100,000. In fact, you know what? Hold on a second. I forgot a few things. It cost $100,000. I forgot all about this. I wanted to show you guys, if Open Door bought your home, Open Door bought your home, nearly 55,000 home sellers to receive $62 million in refunds from Open Door. This was courtesy of Brian P. sending it over to me. All right. So this is serious. I told you guys back in the day, Open Door buying your house, doing their shenanigans. That was not a good thing. It's no shocker that their shenanigans didn't work out. But now they got a lawsuit too, to boot. Looks like we might be terminated here, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. But we will see here how long it's going to last. But it's not loading properly. So I just want to say that this might go bad here in a second. We went through a whole live stream. We even talked about Yomax, which is rare that we can talk about that. So that was pretty cool. But we're having an issue with this. Yeah. You did so good today. Did so good. Oh, well, that's how life goes, right? That's how life goes. Can't win these all. But nonetheless, I want to show this article right here. There's something else I want to show as well. But nearly 55,000 home sellers to receive $62 million in refunds from Open. Refund expected to only be 1,000, but nonetheless, why not do it? 55,000 sellers were deceived by advertising and marketing claims made by Open Door. So, as you know, they misled people talking about their little 1% and we're going to buy your house, and they ended up buying them for way less. Wait, are they talking about here? Misled people into selling their homes for less than what they could have gotten on the open market. Kind of like wholesalers, right? They roll in and be like, hey, I'll buy your property for $250,000, even though they know that the property is worth $350,000. And because people are either elderly or older or who doesn't really know the market at all, they believe them because they are quote unquote experts. So now what happens, right? So this is exactly why Open Door, basically just like Zillow, they were deceptive. Zillow too. They're the same. So again, I'll put this link in the chat room. People can go check it out. Some of you might be watching this right now who had an open door deal. And so now you are entitled to this. Tim Smith, welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream with that icon that I love. Thank you so much for that. And he brings his tagline, wait, an SSN meetup? I'm late to the party. Exactly. The meetup is where it normally is. Dominican Republic, May 13th, 14th, and 15th is the Punta Cana Investors Forum. But again, that's $199. Up until Monday, April 8th, it goes up to $249. May 13th, 14th, and 15th, we have a full slate of events. And again, lawyers are the first order. So if you want to start a business, if you want to find out about immigration, if you want to find out about residency, if you want to start a business, this is where you start. You want to open up a bank account rapidly by having somebody, one of our lawyers, will send their assistant to go talk to the banks, give them the documentation, and then we will get a call in a day or two to come in and get things done, because otherwise you'll be at the bank 3 to 5 hours. We've narrowed down the time where you'll be there 1 hour or less. That is part of the perks for your $199. All right. And every day we're going to go to some of the areas, but it's in Dominican Republic, Tim Smith. And there's something else. We have the Punta Cana Music Festival. If you decide to buy a ticket for the Punta Cana Music Festival, then for $1, which is in the ticket list, you will be able to come to the Investors Forum for May 13th, 14th, and 15th. The Punta Cana Music Festival, May 9th through the 12th. Buy either tickets for that or buy tickets for the second weekend, May 16th through the 19th. Either way, you are good. All right? That's how it works. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it goes. So hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully that helps you out greatly. All right. Nice to see you, Tim Smith. And I almost was getting ready to wrap it up, and so I'm going to have to wrap it up now. If you have any further questions, you can always hit me up at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. And or see us on Monday night, where it's SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Either way, we love you guys for being here, watching this. Smash the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I love you guys very much, and I appreciate your support over all these years. The ride is not over. We're going to continue with the SSN Nation Takeover 2024. We're going to find out on Monday about these contracts and everything. So that should be a cold stone gas, as my man Don Cornelius used to say. So make sure you stay safe out here, ladies and gentlemen, because people are under stress and duress, and you never know what they are thinking in their head. You don't know how their day has been, how their night has been, how their life has been. So just be safe out here. And with all that said, make sure you keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.